Good morning, YouTube. Everybody's been hit by inflation.
Oh, yeah.
I am very inflated right now. Just with all the things going on at the house. And actually, I just got an inflated car insurance bill.
Really?
So, world's tiniest violin, I know. But I have a lot of cars, obviously.
Right.
So, I got my renewal recently. And I was like, oh my God.
Really?
Like, why?
So do you just go through one company, or do you do like multiple companies? Because like older cars, you can get a better price on this insurance company.
So I have my collector car policy that has all my cool cars on it that are for occasional use, and then I have my normal use or hoopty insurance that's bundled with the house and stuff. This is my collector car policy, and it was up a lot. It was up like 20-something%. And I thought,
kidding.
am I getting screwed out here? Because I've never made a claim, knock on wood and things, but I've never made a claim on this policy ever. I've made a claim on anything in over 10 years because I'm scared for this reason. Like I make a claim on anything. If I get a scratch or a broken windshield, whatever little thing happens, I just take care of it because I don't want my rates to get jacked up. So why was it up 20%? And actually, it's everybody.
Okay.
So according to recent inflation indexes, this is the biggest inflation measure to date in the past year.
Really?
And on average, auto insurance is up 22.2%.
Who decides this? Is that the government or what's going on?
Well, no, it has to do with insurance companies maybe wanting to make a little more money, but also claims are through the roof when it comes to everything. So just normal inflation over the past year apparently is 3.5%. That seems low to me, but the next highest is rent. So 5.7%, housing 4.7%, restaurants, meals up 4%, and some things went down, like rental cars are down 8.8%, or appliances, they're down 6%, furniture 3%. So it's a mixture of different things, but on this graph, the insurance is just
That's
crazy.
That's terrible. And especially like if you have like new kids that are starting to drive, like a teenage son perhaps, like that's the highest. How do you even afford to cover your children, let alone yourself?
So insurance companies are saying the reason for this is claims are through the roof, and since COVID, people have sort of forgotten how to drive normally. Like speeding is down, traffic fatalities are up 10%.
You're kidding.
Like just people are having a lot more accidents and issues. They're making claims, and theft is on the rise as well. Auto theft, because it's much easier to steal cars now with the electronic takeover things. Theft's on the rise, so claims, they can't make money. They have to raise prices a lot to compensate for it.
Well, I feel like a lot of people obviously are on their cell phones way too much while you're driving. Even just looking at your GPS. Your GPS on your phone is far superior to any GPS that you're going to have that's built into your cars.
Because people want to watch cat videos online. They just like, oh, what is this cat doing? And then they're not watching the road. Oh,
she
sorry.
might be pregnant.
I hope
We
not.
have little kittens.
Yeah, we didn't see the cat last time we were having a filming session. We couldn't find it, and it didn't come back.
It's not an it, it's a her. She's a female cat, and she may have little baby kittens.
Yeah, so that's the big issue. But the funny one I thought, as far as car thefts, in LA, Chevy Camaros, thefts are up more than 1,000%.
Just specifically Camaros.
Correct.
Why is that?
It's because they discovered that they can easily hack the keys, with the antenna, and get the program signal for the keyless go, and start off and drive away. But also because in LA, street takeovers are becoming such a thing, where you basically close down a street for 30 minutes or an hour. A bunch of people just gather. They know the cat's hitting the camera. People just know, or for whatever reason, some group, they know to gather in this spot, and they do donuts and stolen cars, crash them, whatever. And the Camaro has some valuable parts to where they can just take a few things from it after they've had their fun and sell the hood for a lot of money, or certain parts and stuff. And that's why Camaros are through the roof. They're not taking Kias anymore because they're not rear-wheel drive. They can't do donuts and have fun.
I mean, I'd rather have a Camaro. I'd rather steal a Camaro.
But there's so many of these videos out there of these street takeovers where, like, I don't understand, like, they got to get the shot. They're out there with their phone, like, having to get it, and then they don't realize the car's spinning next to them. They just get whacked out of their shoes.
Oh, no. Seriously?
Oh, it's incredible. It's just stupidity. It's Darwinism live. You just watch it happen. So that is a big thing. I was curious if Camaros made the list of the most expensive cars to insure. And, well, But let's say you want to actually buy a Camaro legally, not steal it.
Okay. That's
Probably,
no fun.
if you're in California, you want to have a garage. But if you're not in California, or you're in California and have a garage, you can find a Camaro using Autotempest, because it is the best place to search for a used car online, as it combines all the major listing sites into one search. And thanks to Autotempest for sponsoring this video, and good morning, YouTube. And so let's say you're wanting the bad boy Camaro ZL1. They just went out of production. That's a very special car that I think is a great deal right now. Probably won't depreciate too much more, but you want to cast a wide net and see all of them for sale in the country, and that's what Autotempest does. Say you want a white one with a manual transmission, well, search on Autotempest and you'll see from all the major listing sites everything it populates to find the best deal. So search for used car using Autotempest. It's a link below. I do it every day. It's a fun thing to do. It supports Good Morning YouTube and so many other channels. And tell your friends about Autotempest, especially if they're not car people and don't know. It's the best place to search. So yeah, but insurance rates, yeah, very high on certain cars. And I think it's just the type of owners that they attract. So yeah, the most expensive cars to insure here. And I think it's based on the repairability of the cars and the type of people that buy them. So it's a good mix here. Starting with the Lexus NX 300H, so the hybrid.
Right.
$2,000 a year on average to insure.
Okay.
Not bad. Dodge Ram Rebel, so the base Dodge, which I think is on the list of like the stupidest drivers, the most dangerous drivers, the most likely to get speeding tickets. The Ram's on there.
I mean, it literally says Rebel in the name.
$2,000.
Right.
The Lexus RX 350, $2,100. I don't know why Lexuses are so expensive. Maybe they are just to repair or whatever. The Nissan Altima, because obviously, $2,130 a year to insure on average. Even though it's a cheap car, the people buying Altimas are crazy people. So that makes sense.
On the list?
Yes.
Wow.
Then the Tesla Model 3 Standard Plus. That's a very expensive car to repair. It's very easy to total it. So that one, $2,400 a year. The Volvo XC90 T8 Inscription. $2,400 a year.
Very specific
So
car.
the T8 is like the turbocharged and supercharged 6-cylinder.
Okay.
Very loaded up, probably not easy to repair, easy to total. So yeah, $2,400 a year. A Lexus again, ES300H. What is it with Lexuses? $2,485 a year to insure. But the most expensive, the Tesla Model S Performance.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Because they're really fast and easy to crash, and when they do, they're totaled. So $3,960 a year.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's where's Camaro on this list?
Nowhere. I was surprised. Yeah, Camaros are nowhere to find on this list. The cheapest one is the Honda CR-V for $1,500 a year.
Right. But soon Camaro will be added to the list. One
Looks
of the
like
most
it.
expensive ones.
Yeah.
So, all the thefts going on.
So I'm getting socked in the face by inflation from the car insurance. And then I'm getting socked in the face again on the house stuff.
Right.
Like recently I got a bill for the roof on the house and it was like $70,000. And I was like, how?
That's insane.
How? I mean, we're not doing the whole roof. This is just part of the house, and it's we're doing an industrial commercial style roof with metal and vinyl on top. And he broke it down like materials just for the top. Insane prices on the materials. And so I'm losing on both fronts. Well, again, the world's smallest violin. I know I have nice cars, a nice house, and I'm able to pay for all of this. But still, if I was doing this 4 years ago, it would be such a huge difference. Iron and steel is actually down almost 7% from last year. But since 2020, up 55%.
What?
So
it went up that much.
The metal roof and all that stuff. We were wondering why our floor guy was like so crazy about the glue.
Right.
I was like, I'm going to stay here until I finish off the glue and the adhesive on the wood floor. And I was like, that's weird. Why is he so obsessed with glue? Up 33% the cost of glue and adhesives.
Whoa.
Sealants.
That's crazy.
Concrete, 37%. Construction machinery itself. That's why all these we saw mostly old hoopty machinery going around for everything we're doing because they're not buying new ones. That's up 30% as well.
Yeah.
The rebar and the concrete, 54%. What? It's crazy. Lumber is the one that's the biggest yo-yo. That was the one that went way up, way up. So it's the only one that's down from 2020. Oh, wait, is that right? Yeah, it's the only one that's down a lot from 2020 when it went insane. It's down 43% because
it's down 43%. Okay.
Yeah, when Stradman built his house at the tippy top, it was like an extra $200,000 in wood materials over his original bids, just in that because he had it at the exact wrong time. So I guess I'm doing better in that sense, but still, It hurts.
Well, we need a metal roof because they're probably better tornado proof, and strong glue for the wood floor, again, more tornado proof.
Well, the problem with it is hail.
Oh, right.
And so if that roof gets dented, and when I was talking to the roof guy about it, it's like, you're saying this section, this 2,000 square foot section is that much. If it's the whole house, let's say the house is almost 5,000 square feet, it's going to be 200 grand
That's insane.
to replace the roof.
No.
It's like, yep.
No way.
If I have a big hail event or a big storm event, it's going to cost as much, like more than my first house that I built brand new to replace the roof.
You're going to be like
4,500 square foot house.
You're going to go up there if there's a hailstorm and just catch all the hail before it dents the roof.
Yeah, and I sure don't want any cars outside because I don't want to make a claim either, but I guess it will go up anyway. So, yeah, inflation, very fun.
No, it's not fun at all.
But obviously, I'm in a very fortunate position to be complaining about this at all because a lot of it hits people with food and everyday necessities, and just that little squeeze there, it's getting harder and harder and harder to just live.
Yeah, it is. Everything's way, way, way too expensive.
Don't know what to do.
You should start an OnlyFans page.
Not that. Thank you so much for watching.